Hi guys, and today we have some news about potentially the world's first ever retailing foldable phone. So let's get straight to it. Remember to subscribe to the channel and hit that little notification bell if you're new and want to be notified every time I post a new video. Today we're talking about the much loved brand Samsung. Well, much loved unless you're an Apple fan or an LG or HTC or... So some of you guys, but soon they may be one of the first to create a truly groundbreaking product in the form of a smartphone that actually bends so that it folds out into a tablet. Now, of course, straight from the outset, there isn't much information about this out at the moment, and as more information is announced, I will, of course, be doing follow-up videos to this. Before we get into it, a little bit of history on this area. In 2011, Samsung actually announced their first ever foldable or at least flexible AMOLED display. Now, of course, this came with problems. It was quite hard to actually bend from all accounts. I mean, I wasn't one of the people to test it because unfortunately the head of Samsung doesn't know I exist. So, but yeah, in terms of real-time use, it was quite hard to bend, and it actually, over time, along the bend creases, it actually faded in terms of brightness as far as I'm aware again, which would obviously cause problems. No one wants a phone that fades after 2 months. So that's where it started. Then in 2013, Samsung actually partnered with a company called U.S.A. I believe that's how you pronounce it. And they actually created a display which was almost completely flexible, bendable. You could literally just like wiggle it like that. So it was actually completely flexible like this, but of course it had the mechanical end to it. Now this of course was very experimental tech. It wasn't actually meant for retail because there was no touchscreen, for example, available for it. It was just, like I said, to show the world that potentially that could be done. Fast forward 5 years and potentially we might have a groundbreaking announcement. Now you might think before we get to that, it's impossible to fit all of the components of a smartphone into a bendable, flexible screen, and you'd probably be right. When you think about battery, SIM card trays, processors, all of that sort of stuff that really you don't want to be messing with. You don't want more fire stuff happening, explosions, etc. So the question is always going to be, how are Samsung going to get those components into a flexible, bendable display? Right, so the actual announcement that came from the head of Samsung Mobile was one to suggest that the Samsung 10 or X, I know we've got another X, just like the iPhone X palaver /10/8/104th. Don't get me started on X lines. But I believe it's due to kind of steal some of Apple's thunder with the X, but of course it is going to be a year later. But it has been announced that the iPhone, no, not the iPhone, we've done that, I've just said that. The Samsung X is actually due to launch in 2018 as well as the Samsung S9. So you're going to have the Galaxy S9, which again is going to be an upstep from the S8. It might be similar to Apple. How much time are they going to be spent on this Samsung X and not on the 9? So maybe we might get the same situation as what happened this year with Apple, where the iPhone 8 kind of went under the radar. It was better than the 7, yes, but was it groundbreaking enough? Jury's out. So maybe that's going to happen again next year with Samsung. But the announcement said that they were going to be working on a device, or actually according to leaks, this device has actually been certified on the Korean market. It's going to be a smartphone in the form of around a 5-inch screen, which is going to fold out into a 7-inch-ish tablet. And I know what you're thinking, how are they going to make this happen? You know, how are they going to design this sort of fully flexible phone that you can just bend in half? Well, basically the technology that we are led to believe they are actually working on is an interlocking set of components that flex and move when bended. So it's basically going to be almost, in my head, as if I'm the head of Samsung. So basically what it seems like they're going to be looking at doing is having almost 2 compartments that have this middle screen flexible section, you know, so you can fit the sort of unbendable components in these two sections and then have that flexible bit down the middle so that it folds in half almost like a wallet. So we're not going to call it the Samsung X. It's going to be called the Samsung for Wallet. It's definitely not going to be called that because that would be a marketing catastrophe. But if you do want to use that Samsung, hit me up. I will gladly take some of the funds for that name. No, feel free to use that name. I won't charge you a penny. Just credit me. So all in all, when folded, apparently it's going to be a smaller phone than you would expect from a Samsung phone in this day and age. You know, we used to see in the S8, S8 Plus, Note 8, they're all big phones. They're phablets. But this is obviously going to be a small phone which folds out into a tablet. So it's kind of better on both-ish, or is it? So here's the question. Would I want this product? Do I think that the consumer, you guys, need this product? Would I like to try it? Yes, of course I would. Would I buy it at a price that's presumably going to be more expensive than the S9, more expensive than any other Samsung phone we've ever had, which are already really expensive and right at the top end of most people's budgets? Probably not. Do I think that a phone that folds in half and you can use it as a tablet and as a phone is cool? Yes, ish. But do I feel that having a phone that's now bent in half and therefore double as thick in my pocket is something that I want? Again, probably not. And finally, we're talking about the materials that are going to be used. Now, of course, if you're going to create a product that's bendable, you can't use glass, you can't really use metal, so the phone's pretty much going to be made predominantly, I would guess, of a kind of a plastic casing, especially on the screen itself. So it's not going to feel as premium as some of the other products that we know and love on the market at the moment. So all in all, it's definitely a product that I'm interested in, but it's also a product that I'm going to be very skeptical of until obviously we get more plans and more design features and more, you know, information about it in general. So that's pretty much it, guys. Let me know in the comment section below what you think about this announcement of the Samsung X or 10 bendable phone, Bendgate 3.0. Is this something that you're very much interested in? Do you want a phone that folds out into a tablet and has that best of both worlds kind of thing? Of course, as we hear more information about this individual product up and coming in 2018, I will, of course, be doing more videos on it just to keep you updated with all of the latest and greatest information to see if it's something that you are going to want to get your hands on. So for that reason, you might want to hit that little subscribe button in the section below. It is free to do, and of course, hit the notification bell next to it so that every time I post a video, you are notified on your smartphone or email or anything like that so that you can watch the video as soon as it's uploaded. Hopefully. YouTube doesn't really work sometimes, so you might get it 24 hours later. Anyway, that is everything for today, so I'll see you in the next one. I love you and leave her. It says ASBYT. Peace out.